these days really like makeup? Or are modern women wearing too darn much? Well, I've heard so much feedback since coming on YouTube about whether men truly like makeup or not. And I have a beauty and lifestyle vlogger with me who is I call her a makeup maven, to discuss this topic today and to get a man's perspective. Yes, I said a man's perspective. Now, ladies, you know how we feel. I myself decided to zhuzh it up today to give you my makeup vibes because, yes, I am for makeup as a lady. It makes me feel empowered. It makes me feel beautiful. It even makes me feel, sexy and attractive when I'm feeling, kind of, out of it. I wear it to work. I don't wear it to the gym, mind you. But most places I go, I throw on a little makeup, a little lip gloss, maybe some eyeliner. I'm more a mascara person. And for the gentlemen who don't know, the mascara goes on your eyelashes to make them pop. And I do dabble in a couple of eye accessories. Yes, we'll talk about those spider lashes and so many of the other parts of makeup that bring a lot of commentary from our gentlemen. So I am not going to give you my opinion. I'm going to allow a makeup expert who has a whole YouTube channel talking about how women can enhance their looks with makeup. And she tests products, she gives feedback. And I loved what I saw and reached out to her and said, hey, let's have a conversation. And she said, sure. And here we are talking about whether men really like makeup. Or sometimes I wonder if you guys even know, though women can look natural, they still got makeup on. So it's a part of our being. I don't know if you know about the history of makeup and how it became a part of day-to-day life for women after World War II. Many people, because of the GIs and folks going overseas, women had to work factory jobs. They were making the missiles and the bombs that were sent over to Europe. And of course, there was this kind of pushback in our culture here in the United States about what was a feminine woman, what kept women feminine. And it allowed an atmosphere to be birthed where women needed markers that distinguished them from men. They were killing it in the job market. They had just started working. I'm talking about the 50s and the 60s. And now they were looking for ways to say yes, or marketers were looking for ways to place in their minds, yes, you still need to look like a lady. So we got all these enhancements, y'all. And makeup has been around even before that. The Egyptians had makeup on. Yes, Cleopatra and them. Take it back. Nefertiti and them. The beautification of a woman's body is culturally almost, I wouldn't even say unanimous around cultures, because you have some cultures where women do not beautify, but almost in any way they think of beautification, it might not be in a Western way, there is some sort of beautification going on to a woman. And our modern day version is a lipstick, an eyeshadow, a liner, a gloss, eyelash. Not the spider, not the spider. Y'all mad? But I went there today. I hope y'all like my makeup. Hello, somebody. It was for me. And then I hope you also enjoy it. But if you're looking at the dating game, or if you're looking for a mate, as a man, what is your opinion on makeup? Are you a fan? Or are you a fan and you don't even know it? Come on, somebody. Say hello to me in the chat. We got superstar YouTuber XO Nathaliee in the building. I can't wait for you guys to meet her. She's an amazing channel. She does content again around beauty and lifestyle, makeup, and I thought she'd be perfect for today. So the question again is, do men really like makeup? Or do they not even know they do? Because my thing is, when I look at the most popular women in our culture, the women that get all this attention, the superstars, the glamazons, really, I'm looking at women who got their face beat, okay? I'm looking at Beyonce, even Beyonce in her natural state. All right, she does fresh face poses. But only people that I know that really have been practicing this fresh-faced phenomenon is like an Alicia Keys. And shout out to Alicia for saying, I don't want to go there. I want to present to my family, my kids, who I truly am and to the world, which is a lot of pressure for a pop star. But what about those who choose to do the full face beat? The Megan Thee Stallions, the Nicki Minaj, who created or made popular this kind of Harajuku Barbie look. I'm talking about Barbie, the ones that y'all say you don't like. The popularization of the mink lashes when Oprah put it on her show that she loves these things. Now women got wigs. Now wigs too. Now I don't you mad? Let me put my sewing in though. Let me put y'all mad. Y'all want me natural though? That's what you say. But I don't know if I really believe it because people who get all eyes on them, the ladies who do, oftentimes are the most that are the ones that spend the most time on beautification, who maintain a healthy weight for them. Let's just put it out there, according to the men and the manosphere here on YouTube, who take time out, who take care of their skin, right? Drink your water, ladies. And who spend time beautifying themselves, right? Putting themselves together, know how to rock an outfit. Y'all, come on. Do men really like this? Or are they the ones setting the standard by choosing and following all those ladies who spend that time on makeup? Let's go, y'all. Are you ready? Doug has the popcorn. Let's go. Tobias the Traveler, how are you? We're going to talk about this, Tobias. Absolutely. Just don't wear it at the gym, says Tobias. And be sweating. Don't be melting. I'm hot right now. Don't be melting or put too much on. Is when I'm like, a man wears too much cheap cologne. All right. It's like when a man wears too much cheap cologne. Okay, we're coming back to this comment, Tobias. It's bad for everyone. You tell us how you really feel. Hey, Lynx, my brother, how you doing? Says we rather see natural beauty, but are not opposed to it in moderation. Okay, Lynx. Lynx is a married man now. Lynx been in the streets, but he knows value. He knows what young men want, married men want. Thank you for your opinion. Just to make sure the face and neck. See, Lynx, see, here we go now. Shots fired already. TTO, hi. And I'm not saying all. Stop saying we like all men the same. Okay, no. I won't say that. Every man has his preference, TTO. Colorful stuff on the eyes and lipstick is cool. 500 layers of y'all mad. But we trying to get chose. Or are we doing it for ourselves? We're doing it for our health. We're doing it for our feelings of self-acceptance. Right? We want to present our best selves to the world. I would never join a Zoom for work without a face beat. I would never come on anybody's platform like this without a little something. They say they got to put a paint job on the front door. We put a little paint on the front door where I'm from. Okay. But again, where are you, Maggie? Shout out to Maggie, substitute teacher. Beauty is beautiful as you are, but I love the red lip. See, she know what time it is, and I love your red lip. Thank you for your gifts. And check out Maggie, the substitute teacher. Girl, I have been busy, but I've been dropping in and out. And I saw you yesterday on Instagram making dessert. Can't wait to check out that show. Thank you for showing love, Maggie. Love Black women with makeup and without. Okay, so you're going to let me do me. TTO, we're going to get to some more of these comments. But before I do, y'all hit the like button so I can welcome up for the first time my guest. Please make her feel welcome to the SuzetteSpeaks show for the first time. Come on in, sis. Thank you for making time for us today. None other than XO Nathaliee. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Girl, you look gorgeous. Thank you.
Thank you for having me on.
Of course, I'm thankful. I know you're busy. You're a med student. I read.
You're a medical student.
Yes, fantastic. So you find time to do YouTube?
I do. I make time for it. There's no time for it, but I will create the time for it because it's one of my passions. So
wonderful. So I'm glad you made time for us today, girl. So I am excited to talk to you about makeup, men's opinions on makeup, whether we as modern women are rocking too much. Hey, it's a lot to be said about this topic. So I want to welcome her. Y'all show some love in the chat. And before we get started, let me allow you to kind of introduce yourself. Talk about what you do here on YouTube.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Nathaliee. So on YouTube, I'm pretty much a beauty YouTuber, and I also add spurts of my life in there. So you'll see content on just different new reviews, makeup purchases, get ready with me, chit chats, and then like I said, I do some vlogging of my everyday, day-to-day life. So check me out on there if you're interested.
Fantastic. So you do a beauty channel, beauty vlogger, a little bit of your life, a little bit of your lifestyle. And I'm grateful, like I said, for someone who has a busy life in real life, going to school. Yes, girl, good for you and proud of you. To talk about today's topic, I'm grateful that you're here to kind of illuminate us on your life experience as a beauty vlogger, as well as in real life, what men are saying in these streets. So first and foremost, y'all go check out her channel. Let's drop it, please. One of my moderators in the chat so you guys can check her out, get her firsthand knowledge on different products and what she does with them, how she rocks them. And as a woman who also enjoys makeup, thank you very much for representing today. And I can see you have on makeup. So before we go any further, let me ask you, let's start with this rough question, because this is one that I saw. Modern women wearing too much makeup. What's your opinion on that? What are you seeing?
Immediately, absolutely not. I feel like there's just no such thing as too much makeup. You know what I mean? I feel like you can make the makeup look cakey. That is a concept, but there's no such thing as wearing too much makeup. You do what works best for you, you know?
Yeah. So the feeling I'm getting from the gentlemen, let us know what you got to say in the chat. I know we might have differences of opinion, of course. People live their lives according to, you know, how they think and feel. But I wanted you to respond to this comment that started off the chat right here. Tobias was saying, just don't wear it at the gym or be sweating it off too much. Listen, I was recently in Jamaica for a family reunion, girl. And when I went on some of these excursions, I'm not gonna lie, my little powder was raising up.
Yes.
My brother was looking at me like, dang, you're not gonna wipe your face. I'm like, I can't wipe it. I have to let the sweat just dry back in place and it'll be perfect as soon as it dries. But I had little white pellets of like pressed powder or setting powder that I had underestimated the Jamaican humidity on. Okay, so I've been that chick where I'm like, everybody's staring, but it's gonna dry and I'm gonna be fine. So I'll save some more personal stories, but how do you feel about this when it comes to wearing makeup at the gym and makeup that is, you know, visible when you're sweating, etc.?
Okay, so I personally, I probably wouldn't wear makeup when I go to the gym, but I feel like when you say don't wear it at the gym, why does it matter to you? Like, you don't, like, let's say for example, I'm the person going to the gym with the makeup on. No one told you to look at me. You know what I'm saying? No one told you to be staring at my face. So you're seeing my makeup, but why does it bother you? You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's a bigger question of like, why does it affect you what someone else is doing? You know what
So
I'm
you're
saying?
saying stop looking at me. If you can't stand it, just look the other way and let me be happy with me. I understand.
Hi, respectfully.
Respectfully, pay attention to your weight, sir, and come off on my face. Okay, cool. I get it. Let me see. Rashawn, nice to have you, says, I don't mind a moderate use of makeup, but too many females use it to turn into a whole different person. Should be used to enhance, not to cover up or hide. So we have definitely, shout out to Jamaicans.com. Sorry, I forgot to mention on Saturdays, I simulcast on their Facebook page. So if you're watching from over on Jamaicans.com Facebook, welcome and wagwan. Glad to have you. We're here having just a fun conversation today. Easy breezy, beautiful Saturday. I'm in Miami. Where are you located? What state?
I'm in DC right now, actually.
Are you in DC right now? Okay.
Right now this weekend, and so it's super gloomy outside actually.
Oh, so you guys got the remnants of the hurricane, I think. Like, it's raining up there. All right, shout out to and thank you for reminding me. Just thoughts and prayers to everyone affected by Hurricane Ian in Florida. Like I said, we got very lucky on Miami side. We really didn't get much, just rain, a little wind. But the folks in Fort Myers, Sanibel, Naples, Bonita Springs, we think about you guys often, and hopefully if you guys can support, I'm definitely sending a donation. I saw another news report today and I'm like, I got to at least put a check to something going on to help people over there. But anyway, not to digress too much, but DC to Miami, we are here talking about makeup and women making themselves beautified. So when you say becoming a whole different, or when Rashawn Rashan, I hope I'm saying it right, Rasan maybe 77 says it. A lot of people take issue with some of these before and after pictures. Have you ever seen, and I'm sure you have, on Instagram, girls literally, it don't even look like the same person. And I think that I'm like, I cheer for it. And I'm like, maybe from a guy's perspective, they're like, oh, heck nah. What we gonna do when you wash off the face? Well, how would you respond to this? What are your thoughts on this?
I mean, to answer your question, yes, I have seen like maybe a woman wear like a full face of makeup. I'm like, girl, you did not look like that 2.5 minutes ago. So I do get it, but like I still don't understand why does it bother you? You know, I feel like before I started getting into makeup, maybe that would have bothered me. Like, you're not being true to yourself. Like, you're trying to, you know, what's the word? You're trying to like sneak someone and show them something you're not. But then when I got into makeup and I realized it's just a creative outlet, I should be able to use that creative outlet in whatever kind of creativity I want to. So if that means I'm like beating my face to the gods, I'm gonna beat my face that hard, you know? And so I don't know. I'm like,
so you're like personal choice. And
yeah.
I think why I think some guys are really troubled by it is for selecting a romantic partner. Some of them do feel, and I'm not going to speak for all men. I've just seen it in the comments here. Y'all speak up in the comments. My speakers, those who are subscribed, I call them my speakers because they let me know how they feel in the chat. They feel like deceived, like it's deceptive, or, you know, their feeling is that the best a woman looks is out the shower, straight up, no makeup, that kind of thing. And I think you can feel that way and still respect, I don't know, a desire for folks. I'm gonna drop the link. I'm gonna let the gentleman speak for himself because I'm trying to see if I can play devil's advocate. Like, why would they want just the bare face and nothing more? But I honestly feel like a lot of women wouldn't even be looked at if there was no makeup. Like, thank God for makeup. Like, if it's my first impression and it's my attempt to put my best foot forward, why be mad? Why down me for trying to present myself in the best way possible to the world? Like, I think that's kind of my mindset, but maybe the gentleman will feel different. We're gonna drop the link in a second, y'all. Let me see. Go ahead. Do you want to respond?
Honestly, I feel like some men who say they'd rather you be a natural face and just walk out fresh face, hair down, chilling, no makeup on. I don't think that's true, because if we saw a Kelly Rowland down the street, if you mentioned Beyonce earlier, all these beautiful women we see, like celebrities on Instagram and like social media, they each have, Jennifer Lopez, they all have makeup on. It's just a matter of making the makeup look like an illusion that there is no makeup, but that's a full face, honey. Don't let it like fool you, kind of thing. And so
thanks, sis. Remind them.
They'll say that, but they really do like it, because when I come out the house with my little dress on, ready for date night, and I have a face of makeup on, your response is, oh my gosh, she looks beautiful. Right. I have makeup on. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think, even, and I think about some of the women that are really good at makeup. For example, Black China, she says she's like gone to makeup school. She has taken classes.
Oh, has she really?
Yeah. And that's why her natural beat looks so natural. Like it looks as if she has no makeup on, but she has a face full of makeup. So I agree with you. Sometimes I wonder if people really understand that some of the women that they think are au natural, even like a Ciara loves to come on looking fresh face, but she got a little something on there. Now, granted, I think she does post very bare minimal makeup pictures and video. But for the most part, even when Ciara looks matte and I don't know if these words mean anything to the gentleman in the chat, but when she looks almost natural, it's still makeup. There's makeup. Stars don't come out their house, and it's almost pressure to look a certain way all the time. So definitely, I do think some of it is deceptive, where men don't even really realize they are looking at makeup. We're talking about makeup today, guys. This is something that has come up several times on different shows. Different guys in my on my panel, etc., have expressed to me, "Oh, Sue, why the makeup? I don't like makeup. Are modern women wearing too much makeup? And do men really like makeup and they really even don't realize they like it because they don't know they're looking at it. We're exploring it today with my special guest, YouTuber and lifestyle vlogger, beauty vlogger. Now, Nathaliee is what she goes by. Check out her channel. It is in the description. So we want to make sure she gets support. And if you are into makeup, let's go. I'm going to read a few more comments. Let's see what the chat is bubbling. Welcome everybody watching on Jamaicans.com. Welcome, Miss Globe Girl. Oh, wait, let me read Doug's and then Miss Globe Girl. Doug says, I prefer women with blemishes versus 500 layer. Really? A foundation. I've seen too many women destroy their skin from that. I don't know. All right. What are your comments? Because if makeup destroys skin, I would have been destroyed mine. But what are your comments on this? How would you react to Doug's comment?
Who? Like who? You know, your sister? Like, I just feel like with the topic of makeup, some men, because we're not speaking for all men,
right,
they are so offended by a woman wearing it. But why does it matter to you? It's almost like us telling men, well, I prefer a man who doesn't go to the gym. He can keep his body on par just by the way he eats.
Okay. So you're saying the opinion of men is too heavily maybe weighted in this arena? And that's your opinion. I understand. Doug, expand upon me when you say destroy skin. Expand upon me, because again, maybe if you have like open acne and you're putting makeup on top of that, that could be a definite problem. You want to treat the skin first. That's very important, ladies. Your skin health got to be on point too, even for makeup to look good. So you don't want crevices and deep scar tissue. You want to treat and get healthy skin below your makeup first. I think that's a very good point, Doug, but I would love for you to elaborate. Thank you. Miss Globe Girl says, for the men who have a lot to say about women and makeup and hair, focus on yours. I think this is what you've been saying. Next on Nathaliee has been saying, like, focus on yourself. Okay, tell us how you feel, sis. Thank you for being here, Miss Globe Girl. So she's like, get out of our business. Doug says, I can tell the difference between natural or makeup. Really? Okay, I don't think every man can, but salute to you, sir. Suzette speaks, that all men comment wasn't for you. Okay, cool. I thought you meant I was saying every man. I'm not saying every man feels the same about makeup and their woman wearing it. I have had family members, no names dropped, where after they got married, their husbands basically, I don't want to say mandated, told them they weren't allowed to wear makeup anymore. Oh, and wow. I was like, oh, people could do that. Like
also, we can bring up another topic where what if it's because they just don't want other men looking?
That's what I think it was. My one like very, very beautiful cousin, after she got married, it's like she went to like that. I thought about it and I'm like,
your insecurity is not I'm not the reason why you're insecure. You know what I'm saying? So why do I have to stop what I like doing to feed into your insecurity? You know?
Yeah, some people really feel that way. So even seeing that play out, that's just one person. Not all men are like that. Okay, fine. I'm not going to try to, you know, I know sometimes the Tyler Perry, what I say, stereotypes of men are bad. It's not to say that at all. But I know someone personally where I saw her beauty almost taken from her. She was naturally beautiful anyway, but like going to the extreme, as I'll leave that alone. But Kendra, what up, girl? Says great topic. Kennarda, what up? They told me in the comments in my last show, one guy wrote under my last show. Y'all go check out my last show, by the way. It was really great. Said I sound like Funk Master Flex, giving all these shout outs during my stream. I'm like, y'all not gonna stop me from showing love, okay? So it is what it is. What's up, Kennard? I haven't seen you in a while. I'm here for high vibrations to everyone. Happy Saturday, Annette from Jamaicans.com Facebook. Nice to see you. Sunbreeze says, I don't care if you wear makeup. You ain't kissing me or getting the groceries. Okay. Andrew says, my only issue is knowing that what my significant other really looks like. Okay, now it will be privileges now when you get to know me that you're gonna have to see me for me, 100%. I wouldn't hide that from a man. I actually had a friend growing up, Nathaliee, that her mom, and they were from Colombia, her mom, and I remember in high school thinking about this, her mom would wake up before her dad, like 5 in the morning, to put on a full face of makeup before daddy woke up. Okay. And I thought, I don't know I don't even know what to say because I'm not doing that. But even as a little girl, I thought that's super extreme. But culturally or whatever reason, her mommy had that desire. She was very clear. She would be like, no, my mom wants to be fully dressed, fully ready for my dad at like, I was like, how'd she go to sleep then? She gotta wash it off after. So much details in that one. But I was really kind of like, I thought about that and I thought, wow, he never gets to see her. But for whatever reason, insecurity, I don't know. I don't know if it was cultural, but it really stuck with me that there was this type of behavior going on that women really felt, or a woman really felt that she had to present her best self. What would be your thoughts? Have you ever heard of anything more extreme? Maybe it's not extreme in certain cultures.
No, I've definitely heard of that. I feel like, honestly, I'm wondering also, like, culturally, if a woman's only being told, wow, you look so amazing when they're done, like when they have their face on, when they have that cute outfit on, then it makes sense why women would equate that they're beautiful when they only have makeup on. So to you men out there, my question is, like, are you complimenting your woman when she is fresh faced? You know what I'm saying? Because what if that's the reason? I don't think it has to be. I mean, of course, I think it probably sucks if you feel like you have to have makeup on to look beautiful. I don't think that's the case for some women, but it is the case for a few, and that's unfortunate. Like, it's like an insecurity. I mean, I think I used to be there maybe a couple years ago. Like, if I were to go out to an event, I need to make sure my hair is on par, my face is on par before I leave and feel like I'm confident. And so that's something that is an individual thing you have to work on, where you need to know that you're beautiful without makeup. You're just using it to enhance yourself, like you were saying. But to be honest, even if you do feel like that's what you need to be beautiful, if for the women out there who do feel like that, I feel like that's fine. Do what makes you happy. Do what makes you feel good. For the men, I do empathize with, okay, if you've never seen your woman fresh face, you don't know how she really looks like. But is that your story? Like, did that happen to you or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, men will jump to that reasoning, but has it even ever happened to you?
You're like, eventually you're going to see her face if she trusts you or she feels secure around you. And I agree. When you're not being built up in general, when you are fresh faced, nobody's doing that. I know when I have on my makeup, Nathaliee, and it's laid, I know the responses I get. I know, I mean, old to young treat me like, oh, let me get the door. Let me like, I know. But if my face was fresh, it wouldn't be that. Like, I'm not going to kid myself and pretend, oh my goodness, I don't. Oh, I remember, girl, let me tell you this. I remember when I was in law school, me and a homegirl had to fly to a conference in Denver. That was my first time seeing snow. I went to Denver and we were so late getting to the airport. We had to drive from one city to another airport. Girl, we didn't have time to get made up. It was like a 5 a.m., you know, when you have the breakneck red eye. We had on do-rags. We had on no makeup. When we walked into the airport, the looks at the time, it was like, okay, what kind of couple is this? It was so offensive. But we didn't even like think of ourselves like that. We were just late and trying to get to the gate. And then we were both like, I think, you know, people are taking us to be a couple here, like, and with no love, right? This is years ago before, you know, society has kind of come where it has come in terms of different acceptance of relationships. But nonetheless, we go into the bathroom and then we're like, no, we have to put on makeup. And we put on makeup. Just even, I'm telling you, like the next minute, the treatment we got, completely different. Exactly. It was just like makeup told a story about who you may be as a person and how, quote unquote, feminine or not, you were received by society. We laughed it down the plane. We were like, I couldn't believe the difference in approach and respect and friendliness we had from, of course, we were again, heads wrapped up, barely catching a plane, to when we got a chance to fix up. It was like, I'm telling you, it is a big, which is a difference maker, even though people don't want to acknowledge it, particularly men, maybe not wanting to acknowledge it. Let me read a few more comments. You want to respond?
Yeah, let's see.
Let's see. Okay, Andrew, you said yes, minimal makeup. I remember when Black women wore minimal makeup. Andrew said, give me back the old days. No such thing. Miguel, how are you on Facebook? No, okay. Medium said, what? No such thing as too much makeup. When you made that, sorry, I'm a little behind. Makeup is a devil. Doug, we know how you feel.
Yeah.
There's so many women totally transformed the way they look to a point of total deception. That's that word. At what point do you allow yourself to bare yourself to your spouse? Hey, Snuggle says, it's interesting how you people look at your counterparts as if they're supposed to be to critique you. You people, hold on, us. You all, I do not understand what type of humans you are. You people have become. All right, Snuggles. Thank you very much. Kenarda, you can sit on the sidelines. Thank you very much. Kenarda says social media has taken makeup to steroid levels. YouTube get ready videos have done the same. So now even women who don't need it, okay, overuse it. Okay, thank you for your opinion. You want to respond to any of this? Let me know, Nathaliee. I think you've been clear on you're like, I've kind of made my feelings known. That's exactly what I do. I ignore all women who I can tell is wearing Miguel. I don't believe you, Miguel. I don't believe you. Miguel, you hollowing at ladies with makeup. I do believe that. I don't call cap on that, Miguel. Miss Globe Girl says, well, why do you think?
Right. Miss Globe Girl, we are 1-to-1 here. I don't understand either.
But I have a problem with women doing things that make us feel good about ourselves. Just chill and relax, she says. Yeah. Just relax. That Christian Family Channel, nice to have you, says it needs to enhance, not create. Okay. Your opinion, thank you. Meaning it should be moderate, but you should not look like an entirely different person with makeup on. I understood what you meant. Most men don't want a cake face.
I have a question. So, like, why? I feel like why are some people assuming that we put makeup on to create a different face? What if we just like the idea and the act of just doing makeup? You know, like it's not always because someone's insecure and trying to cover up insecurity. Maybe you just like doing your makeup and looking the way you want to look.
Yeah, so it can be perceived as you're trying to look like someone else when all you're doing is enjoying the vibe. Like, I love when I can mix it up, and tonight I'm going all black and I put on a little smoky eye. I like that. It's almost like a character for me. I love when I'm like, I stepped in. Oh, I stole the show. Oh, you didn't know? I stole it. Like, I like that.
I've arrived.
I feel like it does. You dig. You feel a different kind of So same thing with Joan. Joan said, who cares if men like makeup or not? I hear you, Joan. Greetings, OG Patrice in the building. Thank you for being here, showing love. Doug says, I remember I was working at one of my residential clients' house and she had on makeup. She took a shower and came back in the room and I thought Doug, you see what I'm saying? Hit the like button.
Have personal experience.
Oh my goodness. Miguel says because it's fake. That's not how you look. I'm telling you, if I put on the right lipstick, though, you'll be looking. Wrench Turner says that's like asking someone why they will.
Customers? No, you guys are not the customers. Women are not to be bought by someone. Are you kidding me?
This is what I'm saying. I believe in the kind of notion what men are looking for is not to say women ought to do what men want or some men have expressed. It is to say, okay, if you're looking for a partner, if you're looking for a companionship, what might be some of their frames of mind? This is much more of the vein I'm approaching it. French Turner is to express a kind of like, how do they think? How do they feel? Now, it's not to say you have to do what they want, but as you can see, there's a very big chasm between where women might be on this subject and where men are, and that's fine. But yes, you can have your anchovies, you can have your pizza how you want it. Good afternoon, and Mills, glad to have you. Miguel says, I'm not walking up next to a whole different person. Nope, that's not how men get caught up with that mess. Hi, Snuggle, should I read it? Let me see. I hope your counterpart gives you everything you are asking for and not tell you anything and not pay attention to you at all. It seems that if you actually want hope, you get it. Okay, thank you, Snuggles. Appreciate you. Chris Natha, wagwan, my homegirl in Houston says makeup shouldn't be an issue. Excessive. Okay, sis, makeup is the problem. Now we do have to admit, sis, Exo Nathaliee, I understand what may be referred to as so-called excessive. Now, again, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? I should have actually. I love showing some still pictures during my during my streams, and I probably should have picked up some examples. So, for example, lashes. Let's just talk about lashes because lashes have gone from okay. I have on lashes. I like a little. I like a little pop. You have one too. Okay, I like a little pop. My face look different when I put on lashes. Now my natural. I happen to have naturally long eyelashes. Not every woman does. So if I do curl them and put on like 4 layers of mascara, I can get a similar effect. But it's not like a quick lash to just make your face pop, make your makeup pop, and you stand out, you look good. And so women wear them. Now, in just plain devil's advocate in this kind of category of excessive, we have all, if you've spent any time on Instagram, seen women with, I'm talking about spider web. I was in the mall the other day and I complimented this lady because I was so curious. It looked like it itched. It looked like her inner eye was red. Her white was red. And she said, I asked her, I was like, how long does that take? And how long does that last? I'm curious, not making fun, like really curious. She said she had a natural condition where her lashes curl into her eye and scratch her eyelid. So she had to get like, I don't know if she took them out or cut them. And then she had to get these or of course, but they were super, super big, like touching her.
But she chose to get it that long though, right? Like she didn't have to.
Yes. So I just said, okay, girl, do your thing. Like I always am going to, let you walk through the world the way you want to walk through the world. Right. So, but I see a lot more of it. And I think of it as kind of like, I don't know. It's like more artistic. But I'm talking about there are people that wear lashes like that on a day-to-day basis. What are you just kind of like, to each his own kind of vibe, or to each her own kind of vibe when you see stuff like that? Or do you think there is a point where it is excessive?
Honestly, okay, I'm not even gonna lie. I have seen lashes that look a little scary. Like I've seen like the 40 millimeter like extension, and like when it looks to the point that it hurts you, I'm like, okay, girl.
We gotta admit,
as I keep reiterating, like some of them, I'm like, okay, that's a lot.
It's extreme. It's extreme. Yeah.
Extreme. No, I can understand that, and I also understand everyone's viewpoint of like, I get to choose what I want, and that's completely true. Like any man gets to choose how they want their woman to look, but don't be mad at me for putting on a full face when I'm not even checking for you. I don't know what you want, what you like. So you know what I'm saying? But no, I have seen lashes that I really accept, and I'm just like, okay, that's a lot. I wouldn't do it. However, I'm not paying for it.
Yeah. You're like, and again, I was actually happy that I had asked this young lady because I was like, she had an underlying issue. Because I was like, ain't no way. But I have to, like, instead of just standing, I'm like, let me, while you're behind the counter, make small talk. And I'm glad I asked her because it was so shocking to me to understand, like, wow, so she has no lashes. So lashes in her mind means something totally different, like scratching up. And I forget the name of that condition where they curve inward. It's very painful. And a lot of people, especially in other countries, have to deal with that in the United States as well. Let me check the chat. Y'all come through. Let us know how you really feel. Are modern women too made up? Are you not checking for ladies with too much or any makeup at all? Is it who cares what men like? Is it I'm gonna do me, you do you, bruh? Is it I think I don't like makeup, but everyone I like on Instagram is fully made up? Let's go. Let me read some of the chat. Glad to have everybody. Hit the like button, please. Let us know how you feel. Hey, Quincy, nice to have you. Yes, just don't have anything to do with a woman if you don't like how she looks, says Miss Glow Girl. Look the other way. Maya, this is what we've been saying, sis. Men do like makeup. All of that chat about no, brethren, I don't look in that direction. I kind of think you are. And I know you are because that's the people who are the most popular in social media, in pop culture. Yes. Oh, thank you, Quincy. Say right on. Good looking ladies on the screen. Do what you're doing. We appreciate it. Thank you. Makeup smells terrible. Miguel, I don't know who you with, bruh. I don't know who you
figure out.
Miguel. Why you can smell the makeup, bro?
I don't even know how my makeup smells.
I was about to say, I don't think it has a smell. What are you talking about? But I'm not saying I validate your experience, Miguel, but I want to know who you're dealing with and
Yeah.
What is going on? Oh boy, Zhang Gandu, good to see you again. I think you've been here before.
Bye.
Guys, go ahead. If you want a submissive wife, marry what you want. Ladies with makeup, wigs, and long nails are full of demonic spirits. Really? This will run for your life? Don't marry a stubborn lady and then think you can change.
Oh,
Laura, one must got some in my arms. So not the demonic spirit. Some of these dudes. What are you talking about, Zangandu? Awesome. Not. Let's see. AG says, let's not forget that there's a multi-billion-dollar beauty industry that leverages celebrity influencers to promote their products. Okay, so is it a case of, I guess, kind of like the beast feeding itself? So we had makeup, we liked makeup to begin with, but now we put it on the most beautiful people in the world to sell more of it. Is that kind of why makeup is this multi-billion-dollar? I just think people always kind of liked it. How would you respond?
I think that's an aspect for sure. I think, yeah, like the most beautiful woman will be on a commercial and she has a full face, but they're gonna advertise her as having a natural face. So they do leverage like beautiful celebrities that are very popular mainstream to get what they want, which is the consumers to buy their products. Absolutely. But yeah. I don't think that's everyone's story. Like, I don't wear makeup because I think, oh, I saw Halle Berry on a commercial. She had makeup on, so maybe that'll make me look pretty. Yeah. I don't think that's everyone's story. But yeah, no, AG, I think that's definitely an aspect to why makeup's so popular, for sure.
For sure. Thank you. Miguel, I'm not reading no more comments. I'm last one from you, brother. Just say you won't change. Men have spoken long ago and it's plain. Y'all are not, y'all are only getting worse.
He must be really upset because maybe he's been looking for someone and he just hasn't found.
Oh, Miguel, it's all good. Thank you for being here. Quizzy says, just look like we are, just don't look like we are laying you to rest at Forest Green Law. Oh, we got you, bro. We ain't talking about all excessive. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm looking at. Just look good. Link says, I thought the show was called Do Men Like Makeup? Okay. We're going to drop the link. Thank you very much.
That's right.
He's like, ladies, you're not listening. Okay, we're coming. Doug says some people have sensitive skin. Okay. And I know several women that went to college, that I went to college with, that wore makeup, and I saw changes throughout the years and their skin paid apart. Okay.
I mean, he's probably not wrong. He's probably not wrong. It's not like
Dapper Jens. Yeah, absolutely. Dapper Jen says, I can tell the difference between the makeup and natural. Makeup is chemicals. Makeup is not healthy. Wear your makeup where you just don't want to be next to me doing it. Men are visual creatures. Thank you, Andrew. Wearing makeup to the point where it transforms your real look is basically fraud. Ooh. Instances that occur overseas in China where husbands sue their wives for fraud. No way. Teaching me something. Media man, why do y'all keep saying, why do we care? The topic is do men. Okay, I'm going to drop the links. This my man is like.
That's valid. No, he's valid.
Yes, that is true. We ask what men think. Then we're going to listen. Doug says, I grew up in a house full of women. You learn a few things, especially when your cousins are in cosmetology. So Doug say, I know what to look for because I grew up in a house with ladies.
I knew Doug had some experience. I just had
I'm going to drop the link in just a moment, y'all. Hope you're enjoying the conversation. Oh, I got a super chat. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We care, says Media Man, because we're the ones choosing women. So wouldn't it be appropriate to understand what men like or don't like? Good. Okay, point. I hear you. Wear your makeup. Just don't pull a okie doke on us. Not let us know what you look like. Oh, I've heard this. My mom telling me this story. I don't know if it's true.
Really? Let's hear it.
Like, so she was saying that there were, I don't know if she read this, but there was a woman who happened to be getting married. I think it might have been outside of her race. And she had never shown the guy her real hair. And so she was always wearing long weaves. And the guy really believed it was her hair. And so she had to, after they got married, slowly cut it and cut it and cut it and cut it until she got to what would be her natural hair and wear her hair. I was like, Lord, now that is deceptive. I'm like, golly, the poor guy had no clue. and just thought, okay, this was now where she was. But it was like a huge deal to the gentleman. Of course, I mean, I don't know if he ever found out, but I'm just like, see, that is what I call deceptive. But I understand. Yes, gentlemen, I'm gonna drop the link now, because join the conversation. Y'all want to tell us how you really feel. This is about the gentleman's perspective, but the ladies are going to respond. Hi, Facts on the Uncomfortable Truth with Bernard. Great to have you. No, I know you got to share your opinion, Doug. We're playing devil's advocate. Come on up on the panel. No, I don't care. I just wouldn't want a woman that wears makeup as a wife. Wow.
Honestly, I respect Doug. I feel like that's completely valid. Like, if you're thinking about what you want in a woman, have your list or whatever. That is completely acceptable. I feel like no one can tell you what you want in your spouse or your partner. No one can tell you that what you want is wrong. I just wouldn't,
I'm not signing up for it. I'm not signing up for it.
Exactly.
Listen, Miss Globe Girl say, if it were up to these men, we would have a society like Handmaid's Tale.
Talk about it, Miss Globe. Talk about it.
She's like, oh, hey, Canardak in the back. Thank you. It's been a while, my brother. Glad you had time and you could come up. I kind of like the outfits, man. You know what, Quincy?
Quincy's not serious.
You're so sorry. Listen, I don't know what y'all want us to be, but this is the Western society now. I don't know. We got to think about what meant one for real. And I think it's just interesting to even hear the dialogue in contrast and how we're like, what? So, Miss Globe Girl, do men have a problem with body makeup? Oh, we can ask a man. He's coming up. For example, covering stretch marks, scars, birthmarks, etc. If it makes a woman feel better about herself. Do you use body makeup? I've never used body makeup.
I'll use like what do you call it? Like oil to make my shoulders a little bit more shimmery, my décolleté a little bit more sparkly. But I've never used, like, let's say I'm wearing a short dress, I've never used like leg foundation or anything like that. However, most of the celebrities we see, yet again, they wear body makeup. Don't get it twisted. Like, that shine on their legs, there's something spread on there.
Yeah. I'm talking about even like a J-Lo. J-Lo is 50 years old.
Yeah.
There ain't no way. Now, I know she got the best esthetician, the best massage therapist. She's taking all kinds of supplements. She eating the best chef food. Your body's still going to age. So there has to be some kind of spray tan, something that is going to give an illusion of, like, at the Super Bowl, you swinging on around the pole at 50 years old, and there's not a dent, not a dimple, you got to have on 3 stockings like they do at Carnival. Shout out to everybody going to Carnival, Miami Carnival next week. But it's like people got to realize nobody looks like that forever. So I'm going to bring up my guest now. I had one super chat I wanted to read. Let me see. I missed it. Sorry, I'm way behind in the chat. Shout out to everybody watching. What up, Ace? Nice to have you here. Great to see you. Sunbree says, share the conversation. Hit the like button, why don't you? And please, Dapper Jen says, hold up. Women have started to look like RuPaul. Stop the foolishness. Good question, Ace. To the guest, is it the heavy contouring? A lot of Black women are doing that. When you see them without it, they look totally different. What is and you guys know I love a contour around a cheek, make your under here looks a little thinner.
It snatches you right up.
Yeah. So what is your take on contouring or the use of contouring?
I mean, I love to contour. I love to chisel at my face, really give that sharp. I feel like maybe I'm biased because I don't feel like I put enough makeup on where you're like, oh my gosh, you look like a totally different person. I will put enough makeup on where some people might be like, oh girl, you look so good. But I've never been told like an entirely different person. So I really can't relate. However, I mean, yeah, if I was a man and I was like, seeing a woman who I want to be my prospect and I see them without makeup, they look completely different. I mean, I probably would be like, oh, this is not what I saw yesterday. So I get it.
You like, hold up, you got a whole different jawline, sis. What's up?
Right, no, right. But I love making my face like.
Yes, I feel like I can.
A little extra contouring, I absolutely will.
Girl, I put I have emceed and I put diamonds, face diamonds on that stage. Like, what? Y'all see me? Y'all don't see me. Like, there's times where I feel like so emboldened and empowered with makeup. So I can't imagine someone not really wanting me to wear it. I don't know if I could sign up, but it's interesting to hear what men have to say out here trucking. Thank you for the love. Appreciate on the super chat. Most brothers don't mind a little makeup, he says. Just a touch. But there is such a thing as too much makeup. For example, if you do a before and after side by I don't know why I'm laughing while I'm reading this. Oh my goodness. If you do a before and after side by side photo and you legit look like two different people, that's not cool. Okay, let me get a man's perspective because we're going to sit here and we're going to probably agree, me and XO Nathaliee. And thank you so much for the love and supporting the content. I know what content you guys like and enjoy by how much you support it, but I appreciate you always being out here, Jeremy. Thank you. Thank you. Day ones in the building. Thank you so much for supporting the content. And for that, I'm going to ask another guest. Let me get him up here. You've seen him on the channel, Kenardoc in the building, to give us and enlighten us on what TBE Trucking has just shared. How are you?
I'm actually exhausted, actually. Oh. Well, just because I've been putting in hours doing the ride share. And boy, I got stories, but that's for another day.
Anybody who does any type of ride share, I feel for you. Like, it's a wonderful hustle, and shout out to you. But I know the public is interesting, so I can only imagine. But that we'll save that for another show. But how are you today? Let the people see you. It's been a minute.
Yeah, doing well. Thank you, Suzette. It's so good to be back on and interact, and good to see you all. And shout out to you all in the chat. And shout out to the lovely guests there. Yes, I see you. So yeah, you know, I kind of noticed the, I guess you could say, lack of variation that started to happen after 2014 in terms of how women are presented. So let me just say this, and I know Miss Globe Girl has been saying some things about, well, why don't y'all just worry about yourselves? I hear you, but here's the thing: we're talking about how men react to this thing. So
yeah.
So let's think about this. I'll give you a word: overuse. We're living in the time of overuse. Okay, so social media is not the issue; it's the overuse of it. Cell phones and text talk is not the issue, it's the overuse. Same thing with the makeup. It's not the issue, it's the overuse. So much to the point to where now it's hard to see women without the lashes, without the nails, without the extensions, without just all the cake or whatever it is. It's hard to see women who are without it. And I would challenge a woman to see for 1 week, what is it like not to have any of those things? 1 week per month, and then see what the reaction is. Because again, we're in a time of just excessiveness with everything. Things are just blown out of proportion because, of course, you have the corporate agenda, and then you have the social media and mainstream and all of that, and it kind of blows it out there, and we just dive into it. And men, I'm going to go ahead on and say yes. At times I've dove into this, and men should hold themselves accountable in that regard. But at the same time,
meaning they like women with makeup?
Yes.
Well, okay. Just want to make sure we're clear. Yes.
But again, overuse. There's got to be a balance.
Yes.
You know, you want to have a woman who has her purest form. I think purity it's underrated, and there's a need for it. There's a need for authenticity right now more than any time in our lives, really, in human history. The authentic presentation, the authentic conveying of your thoughts. Hence the reason why a guy like Andrew Tate is blown up so big.
Right.
So, and as a rideshare driver, I'm seeing a lot of this. It's really on blast right now. Many of the things that are talked about, including this, I'm seeing over 500 rides, 500 passengers.
Wow.
And I'm seeing these ladies and I'm looking and I'm like, wow, they all look the same. I'm driving them to the bar, taking them to the club, hotels, picking them up from the airport, and they all have the same look. So it's not the makeup that's the issue. It's the overuse. There needs to be a balance and variation of look. If you look at the music videos from the 1990s, look at those ladies. Look at how beautiful they are with less.
Oh,
it's a powerful thing.
My Dina Howard, don't you lay it on the line. Got a lot of Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a little Broadway Tourette'sy. Lots of good points, Kanarda. Lots of good points. I'm trying to kind of think at how I could apply it in my own life or in my own circles, and how I see people that might be, what should I say? Overuse is the kind of theme. And I'm trying to just think in terms of why, and if it applies to people, like I say, if I look at myself, praise be to God. When you were thinking, when you were sharing, maybe we should do a week, and loving this conversation, Desi Brown. I need to come over here more often. Why don't you come and join the SuzetteSpeaks show on YouTube or on Jamaicas.com every Saturday around 12. All right. Thanks for that comment. But I was thinking about even how I felt during the pandemic, when I didn't really have to wear makeup until I was teaching online. I was doing some court hearings. It was a break. I was happy to be like, skin can breathe, ain't no pressure. I didn't get my hair done. I did my own hair. Obviously, in the very beginning, we were all scared to go out and do those things. But I did feel a sense of, I don't know. I'm trying to think if I could properly characterize that feeling, whether it was relief, like, oh my gosh, I don't have to do this, or I get to take a break. I think my skin was healthy. Like, I won't say healthier, but I was like, oh, okay. We just put in a lot of lotions and potions and get this skin right. And it was a moment to kind of reflect on my own face, what I look like, how I accept it or how I don't accept it. And I don't think it was enough to make me say I will stop wearing makeup. I was just thinking, how did I come out of that break? I still enjoy it. It's not a matter to me of inauthenticity. That's not how I feel when I put on makeup. I don't feel a sense of like, let me not be Suzette. No, this is Suzette enhanced. That's how I feel when I put it on. Not saying every woman feels that way, but I'm trying to feel like when we talk about the realness and how everybody is looking for realness and we're missing realness, I'm like, am I equating makeup with not realness? And maybe that's a distinction, a difference that we're going to have, that men see it as not necessarily being real, and women may not see it that way. Maybe I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? I'm like, not being real. How does makeup even come into this? Because I'm real with it. I'm real without it. But maybe I guess the interpretation by men is different. What would you say, Nathaliee?
Yeah, I was going to agree with you. Like, I go weeks, I go months without wearing makeup, and I'm okay with that. But I also go weeks where I wear makeup every single day. I personally don't put makeup on to hide how I actually look. I just put it on, like you said, to enhance. But I can respect a man's hesitation towards a woman wearing makeup because they might assume it's to cover up their blemishes or cover up how they actually look. But like, why do we jump to that reasoning? Like, even if a woman's wearing a full face of makeup, why do certain men immediately look to that and say, oh, she's not being her true self, she's not trying to show how she really looks? Why is that the jump to an assumption?
Yeah, you're a perfect person to maybe address that. Yeah.
Maybe you dealt with someone who actually did do that. Like the person you were dealing with only wear makeup to cover up exactly how they look. But if you didn't experience that, why is it the first assumption that women wear makeup to cover up, or that because they're insecure? Like, why is that the assumption?
I think it's everything you just said. It's the experience. It's also the time that we're in right now, because everything is just so overblown. Social media has done this. And I think that in terms of makeup and what that does, it accentuates, right? Your true power has nothing to do with your physical presence. I think if more people were more tuned in to things that are not physical, then maybe they would have more powerful outcomes. Okay, so that's on a deeper level.
Pause me, because the manosphere like to say that it is a woman's beauty and her body and her womb and her worth are tied to her youthfulness, and that's it. And you're telling us there's a man, a YouTube content creator, who believes that a woman's worth and power is not tied to her physical? Please elaborate a little bit.
Well, I mean, there's nuance to that statement. Okay, there's nuance. Okay, there's a gray area. We are visual creatures, make no mistake. However, when it's overblown, I'm focusing on the overuse part, because that's the biggest part that's being missed. We're in a climate right now that says that everything has to be the max. Your plush lifestyle, max. Makeup, max, all of this stuff. And I think that there needs to be a balance. That's the key. Okay. And a woman is beautiful without it. She's beautiful with it. But today, I challenge women, if there's any women watching this right now, because again, I've been seeing it. It's been blowing my mind. And I'm just an observer to this, okay? Not that I didn't know before, but when I see the writers get in and I say, wow, is there any woman without this? Is there anyone without the nails, without the, I know there are, but it's just, it's excessive now. So I challenge women today, go the other way. Just do it. Just try going the other way. And I understand that, okay, women should do their thing, men should do their thing. Just don't pay attention. But we're talking about the connection between men and women and the value and power of it. And a part of it is visual. So the natural look, I think, should make a comeback more now than ever before.
Let me just be real. This is what I'm really going to question, right? Is there truth in men show more and pay more attention to women who are made up? Is there truth in that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when you tell me, take off my face and stop wearing makeup, am I going to lose in the long-term dating market?
The balance. I'm focusing on the balance. And then you have to think of the type of men too. Okay. Are you talking about? But you just
tell me that men do pay attention more to women who beautify themselves through makeup. But then the challenge becomes, if I take off this makeup, I'm going to lose the market share of attention that I had when I was presenting my most beautiful, if you will, enhanced self. So if a woman starts to do what you're saying, just take off our makeup, isn't she going to lose in the dating market?
No, because here's the thing. I'm not saying that men focus on the makeup. There's an idea that beauty is subjective, right? So then you're not going to lose. You don't lose anything. I know that's kind of deep, but men have this draw towards beautiful women, whether they have it or they don't. But right now we're living in a time of it being overused where so many women will enhance all the time. There just needs to be a restoring of the balance.
Okay. That's I'm hearing you. I'm wondering, like I say, if we say all of a sudden now every woman period took off their makeup, okay, fine. But everybody not gonna take off their makeup, and some women are gonna look hot. They're gonna have the BBL, they're gonna have the this, and everything's tanning up and everything together. And then here go me. Y'all tell me y'all want me to be a plain Jane, and I'm gonna find somebody good.
But hang on a second now, see, because I didn't bring this into the mix. Black women do black women really need makeup all that much?
Listen, need and desire, but if you're saying need, I think we have some good skin. I think we have some good, nice, firm, supple. I have heard black men tell me our skin is always softer. Like they're always like, I don't know if it's got lotions or shea butters, but your skin is soft. Your skin, so I think we have good skin. So many people have good skin in our culture. Yeah.
Well, there you go. So then what's the problem? Shouldn't it be? It's easy. The melanated experience has an advantage in this category.
Okay, in aging and in beauty,
all of it.
I agree with you.
In all of it.
I still want to say I'm gonna be at the back of the line. Let me read a couple super chats. If people think, woo, we're gonna take it all off, and men are still gonna pay attention to the people who look the most beautiful. Andrew, shout out to my brother, very active in the chat with the super chat. Appreciate the love and support, brother. He says, I feel that one should feel comfortable in their skin before putting up too much makeup. Mm-hmm. I feel there is a time and a place for how much makeup one puts on, as long as the rest is not artificial. I love the topic. Now, Andrew, and maybe Andrew, you can illuminate on it, because we're also on Jamaicans.com today. I feel like there's a cultural and maybe even generational, I don't know, because I'm seeing men, I think, of different age groups in the chat respond. And guys, this is about how you feel. We didn't forget that. So we're going to focus on that for a sec. But I'm looking at, like, culturally speaking, especially a lot of Caribbean men. I'm not going to stereotype everybody, but I know of a certain age, it's like, I don't like false hair, meaning they don't, that's the cultural way, false hair instead of weave. Don't like false this or false that. And I wonder, Andrew, if that falls in, or you have had that experience or know of men who tend to think like this. But there's this thing that, I don't know, it is also, again, maybe a generational pull towards be your natural self, as opposed to what we're seeing in current times. Andrew, thank you again. Doug on the super chat, thank you so much, says, I can tell you two ladies will look like yourself with or without makeup. I promise you, I stand in the mirror and look and just be like, accept your life, accept your face. These are your, little blemishes. This is it's annoying sometimes, pimples and times of month and all that. But this is you, right? This is you, the little hair that grow right here, everything. This is us, right? But again, my point to Kenardak is that it seems as if we say one thing, but we want another. And I really kind of want to just call that out. And again, like you said, maybe people would ignore it and come see us as our true selves and love us and marry us or whatever. But then I'm like, no, they're actually going to be chasing Big Booty Keisha with the full face of makeup. Like, I feel like that's really what's going to happen in practical, like real life. I could be wrong. I'll let you respond in a moment. Doug on the super chat, thank you so much for supporting, says, I can tell you two ladies will look good. Look like yourselves. I thought I put the look good. Sorry. Look like yourselves with or without makeup. I put words in your mouth, Doug. I do like the colorful stuff on the eyelids and the lipstick. Okay, so Doug is digging it. Okay, my beef is with the foundation. He said, come off the eyelid, the eyelash, and the lash, and the little lash, and the lip is good for me, but the damn. So, Kenardak, when someone kisses you or hugs you and leaves the foundation on your shirt, it has happened to the best of us. Ladies, I won't say, I'll be like, dang, I got his shirt.
I wouldn't even say it. I just walk away.
I feel so bad when I hug. I try to lift my chin and get away off your shirt, and you guys still press your shirt into my face. Why you do that? I feel bad. You ladies are very attractive, even with the foundation. But yeah, it's thank you, Doug. Appreciate your feedback. You said it's the foundation. Nathaliee, I'll let you respond first. What's with the foundation? Do you think we have issues as women with too much foundation?
I think you can guess my answer.
Yeah. Nathaliee, I told y'all, it's not too much if she likes it. Leave her alone.
No, but honestly, you can make makeup look cakey. Like, there is a way to do that if you put like too much on. I feel like maybe they're referring to people who are maybe new to makeup, who don't know how to blend and like make it look smoothly, because I have on a good amount of foundation on. I just know how to blend my foundation so it doesn't look like a completely literally like I put something on my face and I'm going to take it off my face. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I hear y'all. Makeup can look cakey. Like, I hear y'all, but I just don't feel like that's everything.
No, don't. Oh, we got another gentleman, Mr. 094. You ready to come up? You want to come up? Give me a thumbs up. Awesome. All right. So we got another gentleman in the mix. Y'all go support XO Nathaliee, a fantastic vlogger on the YouTube about makeup. Since we're going to be authentic, Kenardak just saw me do this. Which I do frequently on my streams to make sure my gloss still glossing. Yes, I still make sure my gloss is glossing. Thank you very much. We do a TV here, y'all, on YouTube, but appreciate you. Mr. How do you say that? Mr. T094?
Yeah, Mr. T. Hello there. Thank you for having me on.
First time on the panel. Glad to have you, sir.
Yes. Thank you. You sort of came on my radar after you did the conversation with Dr. Obi. We need to talk, and I noticed you were Jamaican woman. So my parents are born and raised, so I sort of just
awesome.
Been watching your channel since.
They say I'm Jamaican, bro. It's in there, but the roots, you know what I'm saying? I believe in one black diaspora, well, it's a whole nother story, but glad you found me and we found each other. Thank you for coming up and for supporting the channel. So what are your thoughts on this whole do men really like makeup conversation?
So I'll say men prefer makeup. I'd say that generally, but the attention that you get from makeup, or, I think there's different types of attention. I think there's not all attention is created equal. In terms of the attention you want the attention that will attract the men, the type of caliber of men that you want. But all the things that you can do aesthetically are not going to attract that type of attention. So it can attract negative. It could just attract lust, So that's I think there's a distinguishment to be made there. Like I said in the comments, like you could go outside with a thong. You'll get plenty of male attention, but is the type of attention that you want? I'm just using it as an extreme example, but I'm just saying
makeup is not a thong.
I know, but I was just trying to use that as an example of to distinguish. Not all attention is created equal.
Okay, may I pause you, please?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you: in your dating, or can I ask you if you're dating or if you're settled down?
Girlfriend. Yeah,
I have a girlfriend. Okay, now when you met her, did she have on makeup?
Yeah. So all right. Yeah. So I think makeup for me, I value makeup in the sense of like if we're going on a first date, the first couple of dates, you wearing makeup shows to me that it's like the equivalent of me getting a haircut, and going to it shows effort. And
pride.
And I'm not going to date a girl where I would view them as unattractive without makeup. So I mean, it's not like the makeup itself is gonna like the aesthetic change from the makeup is what's making the difference for me. It's just the effort shown.
Okay, so now may I ask you a follow-up?
Yeah.
All right, so you were attracted to her with makeup on her face.
Yeah.
Now, were there any parts of you? So you like got a fresh cut, like in your kind of analogy there. Now, was there a point where you were like, oh no, I got to see her without makeup?
I'd say just gradually as we started dating more and got official, like maybe one day I think I remember the first time I saw her like really, I guess dressed down. It was just one random day we said we were going to hang out at my house, and then she wore more like t-shirt, and then she wasn't as caked up, and
the sweats and
just the spandex, and it wasn't. I mean, she didn't look bad at all. I was just thinking my girlfriend.
So were you shocked? Were you shocked?
No.
So did you think she looked more beautiful with makeup?
I think the makeup definitely. I think it's occasions. Like I mean, you'll look better in a suit, but you're not going to wear a suit everywhere.
So it wasn't a turn off where you were like, oh no, this is your real face. How about, well, obviously because you're with her.
Yeah.
But the point I'm making is, so it wouldn't be a deterrent from you personally approaching or being attracted to someone because they had on makeup.
I'd say it'd be a deterrent if they had heavy makeup on. If it's a heavy amount of makeup, that I don't like that. But if it's a healthy, but if it's a healthy amount of makeup, yeah.
So then, do you prefer her without makeup?
I mean,
be honest.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I say the makeup. I mean, it makes her. It helps. I mean, it definitely. It's like putting, like I said, it's like putting on a nice.
Hold up, pause.
Yeah.
Your Honor, I'd like to rest my case. It helps.
Yeah.
Let's go. This is what I'm saying. Like it's. I'm glad you can acknowledge in a healthy way. I like my girl when she got on her full face. She popping. It's not that I don't like her if she don't have on her makeup, but I know the difference that when we step out, I want my girl to look her best, feel her best, and it does enhance. I don't think there's anything wrong with admitting that, but to say one does not want any or don't like at all, every man is entitled to his opinion. I just don't think that's true. I think y'all know beauty, as you say, you're visual. You know beauty when you see it. Yeah. And I know when I put on a little sparkle on the nose and on the lip, I know you notice it, bro. I know you see the skin glow. I know you like it. So for you to say, all right, wash it all off and just come out your house every day looking basic? Why? Like,
put some of this stuff to the test, I say. Any woman watching this, go out there and test it out. Go for like a week or two. I know EXO mentioned that she does this, which is great. But I would challenge women to just see. Because the thing is that you're underestimating the power of the purest form. Don't underestimate that ability to draw, to lure. Women have this, makeup or not. I know makeup, it accentuates. That's the idea. I think of my mother, my grandmother, my aunt. They didn't wear it. And these are the women who raised me. So maybe that programmed me to kind of seek that. Yeah. These are Black women, okay? So it's this advantage that the melanated experience brings. But for women in total, right now, everything is blown up. You go to Instagram, you go to TikTok, this is what you see. It's so heavy. So I think it's not that the makeup is the problem. Do as you will. And of course you will. But you have to have balance. I'm going to keep pushing that. Balance. Yes. Balance.
Nathaliee, you want to respond? Let me read a couple of the chat. Yeah, I mean, I agree. You need balance to everything. I do think that a woman can go outside barefaced, sweatpants, and still attract men. Like, again, makeup is not always to make you look beautiful. Maybe it's just because I like it. I know I'm beautiful with or without it.
Yeah.
Like, I go out the house and I know I look beautiful even when I have nothing on my face. So I get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying. We definitely have the power to attract without anything on. Period.
Let me add a little something to that for my maturing ladies. Now, when you young, your face gonna pop, it's gonna glow, it's gonna sparkle, right? But as you get into your mature years, your skin changes, right? As Kennard points out, thank God for melanin and for the slow aging for many of us who take care of it. Black don't crack when you take care of it. Put that part on there. However, every woman's experience with aging is going to be different. So there are people who I'm sure, and we'll just again put it out there since we're talking about the spectrum, they feel they have to, because that natural shine or glow is not as what should I say, shiny as when they were 20. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I don't know if that becomes the issue when men are saying, show us your natural, when again we talk about the dating market being competitive and you wanting to always, you know, give yourself the best chance at the best outcome, and knowing again, if your skin, we're talking about two women that probably have decent skin, but not everybody got the same lotto, right? It's people with, I'm talking about acne, adult acne, right? Pores, large pores, and all kinds of stuff. And they kind of, the word might not say be need, but they need makeup, right? So we're talking about people who probably without makeup can feel a confidence, but everybody don't have that. So to just throw that out there, there are a group of people that they essentially, you know, want to be perceived and accepted, maybe in a way that they wouldn't be if they didn't wear makeup. Is that, do y'all hear what I'm saying? I'm trying to say it diplomatically. That's just how I am. But I'm just saying we can't assume everybody would just have a fresh face and be loved by the world and not be shunned or not be like ill or not be rejected. It's real. So I do think makeup also for some is that kind of like, you know what? I'm put on my mask, my gladiator today, because I have to be walking through the grocery store, going to a job where people are judged by how they look. And I may not have the best skin, or I may have some kind of deformity or something, you know? So I think there's a role of it in, like, we want to say everybody could just wash their face and be good. And I'm just like, no, that just struck me. Yeah. Go ahead, Kennard.
The teaching in the home, I think about that. Because as you're speaking right now, as you have, I think of my great-grandmother and what she taught my mom, my grandmother, and aunt. Because even she didn't wear makeup. You know, and you're talking about a woman who was born in 1897. So I don't know, maybe it starts in the home. That's what it is. It starts in the home. The mothers maybe need to kind of change the guard a little bit and start teaching their daughters, you know what? Use your power without the extras. Use the extras to enhance. And that's it. Man,
if we had a giant society that rewarded people just based on their intrinsic, you know, worth, it would be great. But I just feel like if we are kind of being disingenuous that Western society doesn't promote youthfulness and beauty, opportunities are attached to that, not just in terms of relationships, etc. I'm gonna get my brother Mandrell Wagwan. How are you?
Hi Suzette, how you doing?
Long time no see, brethren. Right. Wagwan, tell me. That's Jamaican say, how's everything is good?
Yeah, how you doing?
Mandrell said what?
Well, I'm unfamiliar with all that. I've heard Wagwan a lot, but I mean,
Jamaicans will say, "Tell me no," like, tell me.
Yeah, no, I'm sitting here just as American as I can be. Tell you what do you want to know? I'm
like,
taking it literally.
You lost me at the last part.
Right. Wagwan, got it. Tell me now. What do you want to know? I mean,
it's all love. My brother said, "Wait a minute, I know a little bit, but leave me alone when it comes to too much. Don't get me lost." But I'm happy you're here. I haven't seen you in a while. I was just saying to myself, I haven't had a big panel in a while, but thank you guys for making it a kind of group discussion. Appreciate you being here. Now, don't let your phone go off. Now we up here on a panel, please.
I know, no problem.
I'm only teasing. But how you? Okay, you told me how you are. So how are you taking today's conversation? What are your thoughts on the makeup? I'm
actually surprised people haven't figured this out yet. I am. I'm just like, seriously?
What do you mean?
They don't know. Well, it's obvious. I mean, and what I'm about to say, it sounds a little old-fashioned, but it's true. It's a fact. You know, ladies, when it comes to the makeup, men do not like a lot of makeup for the woman that they're with, and they want to be with long-term. If you're the type of woman who wears a lot of makeup, no, we don't want that. No, we don't. That's a fact. And also, ladies, when it comes
to the people in the back, stop asking a question. You should have been got there.
Right. And the thing is, it goes back to the old saying, like, when you're fishing, what kind of bait are you using? So the type of bait you use is going to determine the type of fish you catch. You want someone who's looking for something short term, throw on all the makeup you want. You want something that's going to last. You want a man of character, minimalize it. I'm not saying don't wear it, because let's be honest, Suzette, you're right. Men do like it when their ladies throwing a little something on their face to highlight their beauty. Yeah, and make, like you say, make the skin glow, make the eyes pop, this, that, and the other. Yeah, throw that on every now and again. Yeah, exactly. We want to look. We are the ones who have to look at you. So yeah, throw that on
I'm
every
not
once
telling
in a
you
while.
to stop. Just stop overdoing it. Okay?
Yeah, you know. But if you're overdoing it, that tells the guy that, okay, she's easy. She's trying too hard. So that's why those women get a lot of attention, because she's easy. Let me get. I can work and try to get Suzette. Still might get rejected, or Nathaliee, and I still might get. I can put in the work, but this one over here with a ton of makeup. Oh, she's trying way too hard. She's looking for it. I mean, so that's easier, and it's in human nature to take the path of least resistance. So it's.
Let me let Mr. T09 respond, because I think we might. Nathaliee, I'm gonna let you breathe real quick. Go ahead, Mr. T09.
Yeah.
Thank you for your honesty, Mandrell. Thank you for your honesty. Appreciate your truth. Appreciate that. Go ahead, Mr. T09.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think makeup at its best works when you're extenuating features.
Accentuating.
Accentuating. When, like, I've seen makeup videos where like they look like a completely different person afterwards, and it's not that they look bad after the makeup. It's like that transformation just isn't, it's not something I would seek out with someone long term, where you look like a completely different person with or without makeup. So I definitely agree with what Mandrell is saying.
Be Easy 716 was like, we really don't like it though. Okay,
really
Kennard, I'll let you respond as well. So you're in this club.
Yeah, Mandrell hit it on the nail. I mean, that's it.
You're easy.
Balance.
If you wear a lot of makeup, you're easy.
Yes. Men have been telling you guys this for decades. I don't understand why women still ask the same question. We're telling you, when we see a woman with a lot of makeup, that tells us that she's trying way too hard. She's desperate. That says that she's easy. And that's why, that's why those women get so much attention. And I understand it's a circle, because women say, well, those are women who get all the attention. But no one's asking why they're getting the attention. Like, but we'll tell you, this is why those women get that kind of attention. That's easy. You're my woman. I don't want you to be easy. I want you to be hard.
Mandrell talking about that's easy. All right, Miss Girl said I can tell Kennard oil up his bald head from time to time and manicure up that salt and pepper beard. And Mr. T094 circular beard does not grow that word naturally. So why tell us we can't enhance when y'all definitely clearly enhance? Thank you, Miss Globe Girl.
I'm not telling anybody anything. It's a discussion. It's a discussion. That's what it is. This is not a command nor a demand. It's a discussion, Globe
Miss Globe Girl, you got me laughing in all your comments, girl. I can't keep up. Dapper Jen says less is more when you get older. M. Mills say moisture. You know, there's women that literally, and Nathaliee, let me ask you that, put Vaseline on their face. I have a godmother that did that. Skin still tight to this day. But from she was little, she was putting, I was like, who puts Vaseline? I don't know if it's an up north thing. I don't know.
Actually, I don't do it now because it will clog my pores. But growing up, I used to put Vaseline in my lotion. But when you were younger, like your skin is resistant to everything, so you won't break out, like all that stuff. But as you got older, like you say, like your skin's more sensitive to things. So I am very careful what I put on my face. I don't necessarily think that makeup ruins your skin. I think if you don't wash your face properly before and after, it can ruin your skin.
Yes, I agree.
But my skin, I have no blemishes. Granted, we have genetics involved, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes.
But makeup doesn't necessarily ruin your skin.
Yes.
It's how you take care of your skin that ruins your skin.
Yeah, and I hear, Doug, you have people that have issues and maybe their skin sensitivity and you know what they can do. So yes, there are exceptions. Quincy said, Mandrell representing for the brothers. Go ahead, Mandrell.
I would like to address something just for say something for clarification, because I see something in the chat. I'm not saying women who wear makeup are easy. I say women who wear too much makeup are easy.
Okay, I thought that's what you said. Okay, hold on.
No, women who wear too much makeup, like I said earlier, we want, if you're a lady, yeah, we don't mind you throwing on a little makeup every now and again. You know, you're going out or you're going to work, you doing your eyeliner or whatever the case may be. I don't know anything about makeup, but when you throw in a little of it, it's like, oh, look at that. Wait till you get home. You know what I mean? We're going, that's what's going on in our heads, right?
Okay.
So, but if the ones who throw in a lot of it and the long eyelashes, I don't know a single brother who likes the real long eyelashes. I don't know one, but women still do it, and it's like I said, I don't get why women don't understand this yet. Like we've told you, we
guess
don't
we're not
like
about
that.
What men want at that point.
They
We're
keep
just
doing it. I'm confused. So yes, ladies, I'm not saying women who wear makeup. I'm saying women are easy. I'm saying women who wear too much makeup.
Mandrell, you got some good skin. People asking,
yeah,
do you
I've
have
never had acne.
You said
My sister either.
Listen, some men.
No, I don't. Yeah, I've heard that too. I've heard that too.
Some men wear
Women
makeup. No shade.
Well, I don't wear it.
Actors you seeing on the TV, they are wearing face.
They're wearing base
to
keep the glare from the lights off their face. Yeah, yeah. And me, I've never had acne, like ever.
Your skin smooth.
Yeah, I've had women ask me, "Are you wearing makeup?" I'm like, no, and then they come up to me and rub my face. I'm just like, what was that about? I had to see. Like, why is your skin so clear? What do you do? I'm like,
Suzette and Nathaliee both have on a full face. What are we talking about?
Yep, that's what I'm asking. What is too much makeup? Because I have a full face on. Is this too much?
Yeah, right. I'll tell you this.
Too much. Yeah, is saying giving the hoe vibes, as Quincy says. My God.
Here's the thing: the way you ladies are made up.
I wish I had pictures of yes, no, so we can understand. We could go.
Yeah,
that would have been. Yeah,
that would have been cool.
Isn't there
a video that shows this?
Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. Say cool. Nice to have you. Says men don't want to date.
Wow.
Women who look like that. Oh,
I didn't say all that. I mean,
you just want to have a pretty face, y'all over here.
I didn't use that language.
Discriminating.
But I get his sentiment.
Is this Genesis 2 and 5? Like, whoa, Sonia.
Oh wow.
She said, "Oh wow."
Says, I understand where this guy is coming from. I'm a mature female, way outside of 60s. Big up yourself, Sonia. The new trend is makeup over the past few years. Has me shuddering. Those darn eyelashes, for instance, some could use as a windshield wiper. I do wear makeup, however. You will never find a lipstick or powder in my clutch, baby. We opposite.
Oh, I'll be doing my touch-ups.
Yes. Why? How you can't have your powder in your purse? I can't even go to like a fet. No, I have to have a lip gloss, a little touch-up makeup, a little one of these. Hello, it's even right here. Thank you. Just in case, and a pressed powder. What? I don't understand. I never feel the need to do touch-ups. Wow, you must be really beautiful and really confident. To me, makeup should be worn in moderation. There should be no element of shock when one is makeup free. From a woman's mouth. Thank you, Sonia, for your experience and how you feel. Yes, we both have on lashes. Yes, we both said that. Y'all over here hating, but we still gonna tell you what we. Hey, Sir Hale Speaks in the back. Let me bring up my brother, Sir Hale Speaks. How
Suzette,
are you? Yes.
Let me give you an analogy.
Go
question.
ahead.
Like,
hey, what's up, Suzette?
What's up, Sir Hale? What's up, brother? Now, ladies, the way you guys are made up, fine. This is what we're talking about when we say touch up or highlight. You know what I'm saying? Highlight the beauty or whatever. Just to make it pop. Perfect. Chef's kiss. But have you ever met a woman who's really, really beautiful naturally, but she says, I don't get it. Guys don't really approach me like that. But you see a woman who wears a ton of makeup, you know, and she's like, I get attention all the time. This, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. Now, women are meeting guys and say that to us in these conversations.
Mandrell,
but
you gave us a good point right now. You talking about people who are naturally beautiful. Every woman is not born with the same modicum of what is considered beauty.
Fair enough.
Let's just be real. Some of us would not be in the game if it wasn't for makeup, because of the Western idea of what beauty looks like.
If she's a woman, somebody will snatch her up. She's a woman. Someone out there will snatch her up.
Mandrell.
Yes.
Mandrell.
Suzette, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Someone out there. But that's one thing I disagree with Kevin Samuels on. When he's like, ladies, winter is coming. You're going to be cold. You're going to be alone. I'm like, BS. She's a woman. Somebody out there is going to snatch.
If you think there is somebody for everybody.
I didn't say that. No. I didn't say that. But she's a woman.
Two in the chat.
Somebody's gonna snatch her up.
Some people gonna have to wear makeup to even be allowed on the team, because they're just not in the and I don't mean it as a pejorative. I mean it as a truth. In Western culture, we put a big emphasis on externals, and put it too if you know there's some people that got to wear makeup, or they not even gonna be drafted. One, if you think everybody could go face free and find a man. Two, if you feel like
she's a woman.
Sir Hill, I'm sorry.
Some guy out there is
Sir Hill. Let me get Sir Hill involved.
You see some water buffaloes in the face.
No.
Get with a guy. Like, I don't care how unattractive a woman is. There is a guy or two out there who will snatch her up. She is a woman. She has the equipment that we want.
Pause, please. I'm not. Let me let the chat
My
speak.
apologies.
One or two. We don't take it too far. Sir Hale, good afternoon to you. How are you?
I'm trying to be professional and not chuckle too much, but I'm doing good. It's good to see you. Shout out to everybody who's on the panel today. I just came up real quickly. I think that this is so general. There is a time. Listen, if you go into a corporate event with your girl, you want her to come stellar, right? If you're going out to this banquet or an event, I think what it is just that men don't want there to be such a stark difference that when she takes it off, it's like, dang, I got this superhero of a woman, and then now I've got this gremlin looking, you know, after the makeup is taken off. We want there to be some
semblance. Be a gremlin, Sir Hill? Why you gotta be a gremlin? Why you gotta be a gremlin? See, you got Mandrell over here laughing. Why you gotta be a gremlin though? See, that's what I'm saying. But go. I'm sorry. Finish your point.
And then the other part is, I don't think that a lot of makeup makes a woman makes her easy. It can point out insecurities though, which may make her look like she's easy. So, but I think it's a time and it's a place for everything. And as long as a woman, if she's getting up and she's making herself feel better, she's going to be better. She's going to act better because she feels better about herself. So I think that has to be taken into account. The only part that I agree with Mandrell on, and this is a big one, is when everything is fake. Like the nails ain't real, the hair ain't real, the makeup ain't real, the nose ain't real, the behind ain't real, the push-up bra ain't real, the waist ain't real. It's like, is anything real? Good grief. And I think that's where a lot of men get concerned at, because these days it really is hard to tell. Like it really is. And I didn't know this. I found out, now this, y'all gonna laugh at me. I didn't find out about Spanx until like a couple years ago. I didn't know what the things is.
Everybody hit the like button. What you mean you didn't know about Spanx?
I had no idea. One day I saw it though. I saw this one lady. She was gold. I'm like, this woman is straight up hot, right? And then the next day she came, to the gym so I could personally train her. And I said, y'all the same people? So it's like in these days, there's so many different things that women can do. And by the time you get to see her, she's a completely different person. And men hate that. We hate falling in love with one version of you, only for you to tell us that this is the real version of you. Men want to avoid that. So
okay, so there's some extremes. Yeah. Sir Hale say you got this, that, and that, and I didn't understand it was going on. But I would just kind of chime in and say, why do you think a woman feels like she has to do that? Because she feels like she has to compete. If she thought the boobs sagging and the stomach out and the shape wasn't quite the hourglass would cut it, she wouldn't do any of that. But she's doing that just to kind of attract and appear to meet a standard that she may not have. Like, we say we don't want any of that, but she, you know, not saying you, because of course you're a happily married guy, but she's out in these streets trying to compete. She's looking at herself saying, okay, my boobs are not what they were. I have this, I have that. Or even young women who have different shapes and different, like, I can't, quote, compete. I'm not, you know, the really surgically enhanced person that is being presented to us as a natural woman. The Kardashian shape, the Black China shape, the whoever else shape. Those are not natural shapes. There are women shaped like that, mind you. But those people are being peddled as like, this is what every woman who is supposedly attractive should look like. So what does she do? I can't afford surgery. I'm gonna get the push-up. I'm gonna get the spank. I'm gonna get the whatever to do my best to attract somebody. But what you're saying is you lose in the end, even if that's your approach.
What we're saying is, if every piece of if you put yourself together like Legos, you know what I'm saying, and then you put a paintbrush and you do a Van Gogh on your face, now you look like something completely different. There's tons of YouTube, like the brother said earlier, there's tons of YouTube videos where one woman's sitting there and then they show the whole fast forward thing where she's putting the makeup on and then throws on a wig, completely different person. We're talking about that. And there are far more women out there who do that than I think we all realize. You ladies on the panel don't have this problem.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to speak for a broader kind of cross section. People have advantages. People have different, you know, privileges, if you will. But everybody ain't cut like that. Everybody ain't built like that. Everybody can't, you know, swear to that. I remember my mom telling me, and shout out to one person putting a 1, Jean Gandu put a 1, several of y'all put 2, that there is a competitive market and people gonna do what they need to do to compete. Andrew said 1 as well. 1 will mix with it. There are some women that are not beautiful but have great values and fit 4 out of 5 requirements. No one is perfect. So he's saying even if you're not beautiful, you can still be on the team because you got attitude, like Quincy says.
Yeah.
And other things. Go ahead, Nathaliee.
Not beautiful, but you fit all the other requirements.
But you know something.
But no one's gonna tell you that though. I mean, like, what guy would say that out loud to you?
A guy who doesn't want a woman.
Yeah, that's true. A guy who doesn't want a woman would. But I mean, if he's with you, I mean, I would assume.
Oh Jesus!
I would assume that he wants to be with you. Why would he say that out loud? Even I wouldn't do that.
Can I say this real quick? So I think a lot of women underestimate 3 things: being clean, being neat, and going to the gym. Like those 3 things, you don't have to be supermodel, but being neat, being clean, and going to the gym, just going for a run every now and again. Drink your water, eat your vegetables, get them cucumbers in, eat those berries, you know, get those things in. Like the simple stuff makes a difference. A lot of women want to feel big, and it's just the basics. Take care of the stuff. Go run, jog, get you some sleep. Don't be up all night. Get you some beauty sleep. Those things. See a woman full of makeup and a woman who's natural, who gets good rest, eats well, is neat and clean. The neat, clean woman who goes to the gym is going to win every single time for most men.
I'm listening. I don't know if I agree, but I'm trying to agree. I'm trying to listen to digest.
This is another example. Like I said, we can give you the answers to the
No,
exam.
you're giving me the answers to the exam.
Okay, so a woman does that. What does that have to do with her wearing makeup? I could still do all that and still put makeup on when I go out.
Well, like I said, not too much. It's okay to wear the makeup. Sir Hill and I both said it. It's okay to wear the makeup. That's fine, but not too much, ladies. I mean, it's
that way you've taken care of your basics. So now you're not tricking. You're not tricking me. Like, so once I see you, I'm like, hey, look, Cinderella. And then it's, wait, hold on. This ain't Cinderella. This is something different, right? So because you've taken care of the basics already, and the makeup accentuates what you have.
Yes.
Say that you don't really care how much makeup a woman wears, as long as when she takes the makeup off, you don't feel like you're looking at a completely different person.
Boom.
Because we could all agree with that. Like that's
boom.
There we go.
Mic drop.
You should
have
yes. This is the same woman I went out with. So I agree with that. I mean,
that's what we're saying.
We almost out of time here. We're going to get final comments, round robin from the panel. Be easy 716. Thank you for the love on the super chat. Says if it's for her to compete, Why do you all say it's for you, not us? Now, I was giving a different scenario, but I am saying, especially in some cases where people are not born with quote unquote socially accepted views of what Western beauty is. We have a very, I think, warped sense and a small actual kind of definition of what is beautiful, and especially in the United States. It is crazy to me. Maybe not to each individual. There are people that are awoke and awakened to different forms of beauty, but mainstream media is pushing this one narrative of what is beautiful. And if you're outside of that, I'm telling you, it seeps into everybody's mindsets as to who we are giving opportunities to, who we put in places of power. It's crazy how much influence good lookingness has on people in America. So yeah, I think I'm not saying this for you, but I am saying this for you. Be easy. I get your point, but it is kind of for you. It's for every possible opportunity, really. When people think about competing, not just in romance, and I'm talking about that for this conversation, but in every part of our lives, people are very hung up on externals in the West, in America. I don't know if y'all would agree or disagree. Ace asks, panel of men, will you pay for the monthly facials?
That's a good question.
Absolutely.
Wait, facials?
You
unless you go to the spa and all that. Yeah.
Are you paying for those healthy groceries you were talking about? That
I eat healthy.
Yeah.
And so I'm buying that by default.
Is you coming with us to the gym, though? Is you coming?
Yeah,
Are you training us at the gym?
I will do that.
Okay.
Well, to be fair, some of the ladies got to do it for themselves because it's got to be in her to do it. Otherwise, a man can't force her to. So it's got to be in her to want this.
Yeah, you got to want it.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Okay, so all day, Chris Williams, nice to meet you, says black men are not promoting Black China and Kim. Hollywood is. What do y'all think? Is that pretty much true, or
that's a fact?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, come on. Harrison Family Values, Suzette, let them tell it. They don't look good for men. They do it for themselves. They say they want enhancement for themselves, not men. Okay,
the BBLs and all that. Yeah, women. Yeah. The BBLs and all that.
I think they do it for men. They have to just stop saying that because a lot of people. I've met people who own med spas down here, and they're going to events telling people, "Do it for yourself, ladies." I'm like, that's not really
marketing. Yeah,
it's not really why they're doing it. Some, but I in my heart, I'm like, I'm looking at this person. I'm like, this woman is looking for attention. This is not an acceptance and love and trying to be attractive to whoever she wants to be trying. Like, come on. And I do think some of it is competitive among women as well. Like, I don't know, but yeah, I think it's people. The panel is closed. We're going to take a few more comments. Thank you, Harrison. Family Values. He will be on later this month talking about what single moms can do to raise secure sons. Can't wait for that show. Ms. Globgar says it shows how shallow and superficial some men are, but we already knew that. Yikes. All right, sis. Quincy says now, what does a facial do monthly? So we can know what we throwing the money at. Listen, it's keeping the pores clean. It's keeping the skin firm and healthy. Put a couple masks, brighten the skin, a couple vitamin C masks, exfoliate. Pardon?
Does that really work? Like I've never had a facial.
I do a facial every month. How about you, Nathaliee?
I've never had one.
You're kidding?
I do it every month.
No, never had one.
I do one every. Well, I'm probably more mature than you. I have to make sure my stuff stays together. No. Every month. I don't play about my facial, and I've been doing that for years. I do not play about my facial. I have to keep my skin together.
Men should get one as well. Men should get it as well.
I think it would be good for men to get facials. Yeah.
Sir Hale, you get facials?
I do.
Like, oh, okay. So Sir Hale say, come up, a standing joke from Bim Bam comedians. Let me see. Oh, okay. This is a comedy duo. Yes. After the reveal, was unsure whether they should go to bed. The dress drawers. Jenny Morena. I never liked makeup. My mom was too fair to share makeup or tips. Never truly learned it. Now that's another thing. When I put on makeup and I see my little cousins, they looking up at my face, and they're, even if I'm in the car, and I'm not telling you to put makeup in the car, but sometimes you have to. Seeing them in the back seat, just staring, like trying to see what I'm doing. I was just like, God, what am I saying to them? Or is it just a natural thing that a girl does in Western culture? Like I'm more conscious of it. Seeing them in the mirror or looking at you, and even my little niece. She's just, when I wear makeup and I'm going out with her, at 2, she's like, you look beautiful. I'm like, oh my God. Like, it's so.
Well, it starts there, Suzette. And I think it's a fantastic opportunity you have there, because little girls will see women like yourself and like, oh, she's so pretty. And they see you put on the makeup. The kids want to be pretty too. So they're just mimicking what they see you do, even though they don't know how to apply the makeup properly. But the thing is, they're looking up to you. So
you're saying don't show them that?
No, I'm not saying that. Show them how to do it.
Okay.
Teach them how to properly apply the makeup and be modest
for
about
a
makeup.
long time, I don't know about you, XO Nathaliee, but we were very like, I don't think I could wear makeup till I was like 16. And it was very like little. And like, even we did balls and debutantes and stuff. It was gloss for little girls and like comb your eyebrows up. But it was like, you couldn't. No, it was like little girls were allowed to be little girls. Mill says these men on YouTube will call you old, ugly, and bald headed.
No,
Marvin say not too much. All day says about balance. Hey, Nathaliee, do you know Amalara?
Yes, sisters, Amalara. Hey, girl.
Oh, nice. Thanks for coming over and watching. We got about 15 minutes or so. We're going to take final comments, final suggestions from this magnificent panel. Mr. BX87 says women do that to compete with other women. In his opinion, wow, you don't do it for men because we don't want it. Now I will
hurt by someone. Because I don't think that's too general. That's way too general.
Yeah, it's deep. It's deep. Tay, hi Tay, Ashley. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day because it's about what makes you happy.
Period.
And
I heartedly agree.
Okay, Sir Hill, I'm sorry. I know you got to go. It's all right. Appreciate you being here. I'm going to take final comments now. Sir Hill, thank you for illuminating us with what's really going on and what people really like. And yes, a workout partner would be great. Let's both stay in shape. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Want you to live long and be healthy. Thank you very much. As you get skin weighs more and more than any great makeups. As you get older, skin weighs more than any great makeups. Okay, yes. Thank you, Jenny. I have sensitive skin, so regularly go to a dermatologist. I think anybody who wants to maintain their skin should definitely go to a dermatologist. Show them.
Why go to a dermatologist? Like,
oh yeah, if you don't need it, but you got pretty skin. Like, I'm sorry, if you have issues.
It's the same idea as going to like a facial, like an esthetician.
Yeah.
Or something.
What would you ask them? Is my question. Like,
what'd you say?
A dermatologist is a doctor, so I'm like, what would I even ask them? Like my dermatologist would say, why are you here? I'm like, oh.
Listen, it's unfair that
ladies told me to come.
Pretty skin. One of the guys that trains at my gym, his skin is so pretty. And you know why I think you also have good skin, Mandrell? You work out a lot. When you be like working out and I guess the signals to the body is like keep cranking, and obviously your food too, what you're taking in and all that. But as men, it's unfair how great your skin is without makeup. It's annoying sometimes, actually. But shout out to you who don't need a dermatologist and don't need to do some of the things that
I wouldn't even know where to start with that conversation.
Like, why would I do that? But no, it's a good thing. Ladies will know why, especially if you are wearing makeup and you're seeing any irritation, or you gotta. The other thing is to make sure your skin stay healthy. You gotta clean them pores out. That's another thing. The way makeup ruins your skin. Ladies, just know if you leave it on and it stays on overnight. I mean, I've slept in makeup, but don't. Clean it out. I use cotton swabs. I don't know about you, Nathaliee. I use microcellular water or kind of
water
toner. You have to put the cotton swab, and sometimes those little white tissue cloths, they ain't gonna get it. I start with 2 of those, but then I use cotton balls with just getting deep from the pore any residue. If the pore gets clogged, that's how you get bumps. So you have to make sure you're cleaning your skin. Thank you out here, Truckin, Suzette. Do you think your perception may be slightly skewed because you live in Miami? A competitive dating market? Maybe so.
Oh, you live in Miami. Oh, yeah.
Everybody wears makeup. Everybody wears makeup. Everybody. I don't see fresh-faced girls. Yeah. And I have traveled, and I will say, when I go to parts of the Northeast, not like New York City, but like outskirts, 100%. It struck me. I told you guys when we were talking about the Martha's Vineyard show, with Ron DeSantis sending those migrants to Martha's Vineyard, I totally was shocked at the women who didn't have on makeup. We were on the ferry to Martha's Vineyard. I'm looking around. I'm like, they do stuff different up here. We're made up. And I'm talking about besides basic eyeliner, These women didn't have on makeup. And also in the Midwest, I can't remember. I think I went to a conference in college in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Shocked me when I was like, these women have no makeup. I was confused. I was in college, and I'm telling you, I'm like, what, they ain't got nothing on their face. So I agree with you. I think coming from the Caribbean, I think certain influence of Latin America and Miami's own kind of local culture, 100%. I had friends, as soon as they turned 18, had plastic surgery, got breast implants. I couldn't understand it, but they were Latina, and that was normal, like a gift at your 18th birthday, normal to get breast implants. Like, we were always like, I thank God I was isolated in my household, but things that happened was just definitely, in other parts of the country would be like really strange. But here, tattooed eyebrows, tattooed eyeliner, normal. Tattooed lip liner, normal.
Why do women shave their eyebrows and then tattoo some new ones on? I've never understood that.
Some people eyebrows don't grow in strong. Some people eyebrows, they look at Whoopi Goldberg. She had like alopecia of the eyebrow or something like this, and that's just how it is. And when she does movies, we don't even know. Chaos Reign, if you come in, come now. We're gonna close the back of the panel. I'm gonna let Nathaliee breathe. Thank you for doing some overtime with me, Nathaliee. So yes, maybe I am skewed because of how I look at, because where I live is by the local norms and the local culture, 100%, which is influenced by Latin America very strongly. So women do not play when it comes to beauty here. They don't. It's like what would be average here in other parts of the country would be like the most beautiful person in town. Not here. Okay. Hey, everybody. Breast up, yeah, belly flat, body big, all of that. It's like, it's major. It's definitely major. Interesting. However, memory is not most women in the U.S. look like. You know what? You're 100% right. You're 100% right. I think I am, and maybe thank you for reminding me. I live in a bubble, so I think of beauty and beauty standards way different than many parts of the country. I'm gonna bring up Nathaliee, and I'm gonna ask everybody to kind of make their final comments as we close off. Y'all so interesting. Thank you, Chaos Rain. I saw you in the back. I hate makeup on certain women. Would you like to know as Lord? Brother, you late. We almost finished, but we appreciate you. Drinking water is the foundation. Chaos Rain, I see you. I don't know if you want to come up. Are you gonna be on camera? Just flash your camera. Make sure it's you, please. Women hormones can mess up your skin. Okay, thank you. Good to see you. Can mess up your skin 100%. Yeah, hormonal changes, all kinds of stuff happen to women's bodies during pregnancy, just even without. Just your body is like very sensitive sometimes. The cost, amount of products, professional maintenance, homemade, it's time consuming. Miss AKA lady said, I don't got time for it. I ain't got time for it. Y'all, I gotta save my money. Shaving off the eyebrows, that's a whole nother conversation. Over tweezing, this is true, Ace, can cause hair loss and everywhere, 100%. No, no eyebrows make it hard to look surprised. Some people cannot help it. Appreciate y'all. Chaos Rain, I'm gonna have you do a quick round robin, and then we're gonna go around. How are you, brother?
Hello, how you doing? How you doing? I left a comment in regards to the makeup situation. I don't know what I said. I said something like, yeah, it's not good depending on the woman. Okay. I mean, the melon type. You know, as you darker you are, you should have very little or no makeup. Maybe if you go out, maybe you could probably throw some on, but the jet black you are, your skin should look like royalty, like shine, darker. Now, if you're brownish or anything like that, maybe you might want to put some color on, maybe. I mean, it's not necessary. I mean, because usually skincare you always want to show that your skin has a glow, more important than just all the whole bunch of paint.
So I'm very afraid to ask you this because I think a lot of people might be offended by what you said just now. So why are you saying dark-skinned women should not have on makeup?
Because when I see a whole lot of makeup, especially with the red lipstick, it's... Okay,
you're saying you don't like the way that looks.
I don't like the way it looks. And when I see, and trust me, there are some women that depend on how they keep themselves. And if you remember the old saying from KS, when one was asking about this, and she was very jet black, I don't know if she was showing us on camera. This is like almost 2 years ago. He said that this is better because, you know, he's an image consultant, but I understand now why when I see some women that's dark that don't have the makeup on, and it made sense, especially the ones that's shiny. It looks very appealing. It's like a glow. It's like a very aura glow.
So I've seen
but that's just me.
Women with beautiful makeup, but your preference is that you think that natural glow for them is better.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Especially the more jet black they are. I mean, it will show. Trust me, it will show.
I've never heard it called jet black before, but that's
interesting.
I was gonna say, Miss Glove Girl, talk about that's a Jamaican word right now. I don't know. I'll just let it stand. People not feeling it, but
it's hilarious. It's so funny.
But okay, I want to ask.
Let's go. I'm gonna keep it short. All right. Has anybody I'm not sure any woman in the chat room that's very heavily melanin rich, I should ask them, have they ever gone a few days, just normal, depending on the work, without makeup on? Just their hair kept no side. Have they ever done it?
Okay. What's the question?
Have they ever wear no makeup, like for, let's say, a few days? Not a week, but like a few days. No makeup.
Talking about?
And you're asking that towards a chat?
Any woman that is heavily melanated, that very jet dark skin,
darker complexion.
Yeah, I'm talking the ones that because they tell me colors. So I asked this question.
Okay, and your point being because it might not be someone watching who might fit that, but what would be your point from asking that?
No, just ask it and see if anybody would answer. And then,
well, I have a lot of girlfriends with deeper skin tones who go weeks without wearing makeup. They don't need to have makeup on, so I don't get it. I'm confused.
I think that might be his point. Is that what you're saying, Cass Rain?
No, I want someone that's actually darker than you and me, Suzette, like very dark to answer this question.
All right. So
we can't speak for dark skinned people personally. Like that's really dark. Because when we hear colors and this is an issue that say I'm dark, I'm this, you hate this and that. And I'm saying, well, like every woman has to present themselves well to the opposite, as best possible. And then that give the person the decision if they like you or not.
Okay, and Harrison said,
like I said, that's my suggestion.
No problem. He says I'm awestruck by the beauty of highly melanated skin tones. Okay, and make your next point, brother. Go ahead, because we're almost out of time. You want to make another point?
No, that's it. That's it.
All right. So one question for you, sir: would you date a woman with makeup? Would you marry a woman who wears makeup regularly?
I mean, right now, I'll probably ask depending on how I like and I see it. Because usually I like women a little bit more darker, mostly. I rather deal with that, but let's say she's not dark but caramel and stuff. It's how I look at it. If it's too much, I might say something. I might just leave it alone. But like I'm saying, I'm not really too fond of makeup. I know the importance of we going out, just for the extra aesthetic to give you an extra plus. But I'm not really too caught up on it. If people say should a woman always have, I say no, not really. I'm not really too.
All right, shout out to you, Chaos Rain. Thank you for coming up. Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate it.
Yes. All right, see you soon. See you soon. Thank you. Thank you. Let me drop you down. Let me try. I can't even find a button. Drop. Okay, thank you. Chaos Rain. I don't even know what to say. My brother, I don't even know what to say. Chaos Rain, y'all.
I don't think any of us do.
Yeah,
that's the first time I've heard Jeff Black use that way.
Right. That was a whole other thing that would just.
He sounded like he was going somewhere.
Yeah, that's what Chaos Rain. That's what Chaos Rain want to let. All right, well, let's end on a high note. Chaos Rain for the people.
Very diplomatic, Kennard.
Yeah.
Very diplomatic.
Hey, we in here.
I'm just saying, good job.
First, you telling me about dark-skinned women don't wear makeup, shouldn't wear makeup. You like dark-skinned women, but you don't know if you want.
It's like dark-skinned women don't need makeup. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, light-skinned women don't either.
No woman.
What's the difference? I'm like, what's the difference between the skin tones? None of them, in my opinion, none of them need it.
Oh my Jesus! I'm not sure. Yes, King Queens, Lupita Nyong'o. Dark-skinned women are the lick. Yes, sir. All right. So final thoughts on wearing makeup. Let's go first to Mr. T094. What are your final thoughts or advice from a man's perspective? I'm trying to remember that from a man's perspective, whether women are wearing too much, should wear any at all. What are your final thoughts on today's topic?
I guess I'll end it on is like, as a woman, just, think about what your goal is. If your goal is just to attract attention, go on the street or going to clubs, maybe the more makeup, the waist trainers, all that extra stuff is going to work in your favor. But if that's not your goal, if your goal is actually a long-term relationship and you're using, the makeup as a tool, you know, to attract the men you want. Maybe, you know, maybe just think about that. I mean, I'll end off on that. But like I said, you know, makeup works best when you're enhancing your already existing features.
All right. I appreciate you, brother.
Right, thank you for having me on.
You're welcome up anytime. Thank you so much for joining us and spending some time giving your thoughts. Mandrell, I think you said everything you wanted to say, brother, but what are your final, maybe not. What are your final thoughts today, please?
Final thoughts today, just ladies, just keep in mind, men are not saying that don't wear any makeup. You want to wear some makeup? Cool. Perfectly fine. You know, will we marry you? Yes. You find a man who doesn't want to marry you because you wear makeup, run. He's got way more issues that you just don't know about. I don't know what that's about. That's just stupid. But the part about wearing too much makeup, when it's caked on and ridiculous, if he kisses you and then when he's done, he looks like he ate a powdered donut. Help us out here, ladies. I mean, you know, I'm just saying. But
I'm not laughing with you, Mandrell. I'm not laughing with you.
Right.
But I understand your point.
But you understand my point. Yeah, just not too much makeup is too much, and it sends different signals to men. I don't think men realize that they're looking at women in that fashion, though. You know what I mean? Like when I said that a woman who wears too much makeup, it comes off as desperate. It shows her that she's insecure, and that to a man that's easy. Whereas a woman who's made up like this, and Suzette, okay, this is going to take effort. You know what I'm saying? This is a woman who's about something. She cares about herself. It says all that. The women on this panel, you want to do makeup? Do it like this.
See, he making up for it, y'all. I love it.
It's the truth, though.
Got it, Mandrell. There's a difference, you know. So we want to keep it within moderation. That's what Mandrell said.
Within moderation. There you go. Perfect.
Up off me, making me look like I'm your complexion now. Maybe we need to talk about setting spray, Nathaliee, and how to keep makeup from smudging and rubbing onto the guy. Maybe that's the issue. But Mandrell, appreciate you coming up. Points well taken, and always a pleasure. You know, you're always welcome up on my panels.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Suzette.
Thanks for joining. Bye. Woo, Kennard, you started with moderation, and I think
I know on a good note.
Yes, so we trying to find that. I guess it cannot necessarily all be, you know, right for one individual. You know, you're going to feel a certain way. I'm going to feel a certain way. A lot of guys who are present today have a lot of strong feelings about makeup. So where would you like to end on in terms of this discussion?
Well, thank you again for having me up. I know it's been a long time, but I'll just say this. Usually when something becomes really, really, really popular, if you go in the opposite direction, you tend to, I guess you could say, stand out more. You know, less is more. Overuse, that's the word. If any woman today is aiming to be more pure and natural, then inevitably you do win from the standpoint of you're surrounded by those who choose to do things excessively. So, but in terms of the makeup discussion overall, moderation, I mean, that's been oversaid here. So I stand by that. You know, it's not the makeup that's the issue. It's the overuse. And right now, I think more than ever, there needs to be an aim towards purity. We've been inundated by impurity on massive levels with social media. All you have to do is just scroll through pages. We see it. So if you go in the other direction, I think you do win.
Thank you, my brother, my soulful brother. Check out his channel. You still making videos that you have time?
Yeah, it's pre-recorded stuff.
Okay, cool.
You know, I'm out here, you know, driving around and
try
to be more present.
So check out his channel. Always a pleasure. I've been missing you. Thank you, Kennard, for spending some time and giving us your thoughts on today's topic. All right. See you soon. Take care of yourself. Be well, brother. All right. Thank you so much. And then there was one. Do men really like makeup? I think this was an interesting conversation, to say the least. And I want, again, before she heads out, y'all go over to her channel and subscribe. XO Nathaliee. If you're into makeup, if you want to leave please, positive comments. Y'all gonna talk about you don't need it. If you want to support the stream, by the way, shout out to everyone who is super chatted, but you can support me also on Cash App, $ Suzette Speaks, if you like the content. And if you want to help me grow, appreciate all you guys watching. Just your views, your shares, your comments after help so much because other people will see the stream after. So final thoughts from our special guest. Yeah, Brothers channel. Just look up Kenardoc, his last name. You'll find him. Or Kenardoc, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, please. But yes, it's been unfiltered, Miss Nathaliee. We've had definitely a variety of perspectives from the men here today, both in the chat and on the panel. Would you please leave us with your final thoughts?
So to the question, the big topic of the day was, do men like makeup? I think the men that were tuned in don't, but I think that culture plays a role, age plays a role, and just personal preference plays a role. I think everyone has a right to have their personal preference. But as for me and my face, I'm gonna put makeup on. I'm gonna love my fellow beautiful women who wear makeup. And so I just think do what makes you feel confident, do what makes you feel happy. And maybe that may not be liked by one man or whoever, it'll be liked by another. And also, lastly, we don't always put makeup on to impress you guys. We just do it for ourselves sometimes. So, yeah.
Listen, we're going to keep it 100. And again, clearly, I think we might be able to agree to disagree, that we might not see it definitely like how they see it, and how it makes us feel, what we hope to get from it, or just that we like it. It seems like that is sometimes not necessarily the message that they are receiving or they feel is conveyed by certain looks. But that's all right. We're going to still keep living. Nathaliee, it's been a pleasure. From DC.
For having me on.
Check her out. She has an Instagram page as well. Go check out her channel. Support. We love to see those fellow YouTubers who are doing their thing kind of grow. And hopefully we'll see you at the top, my dear. Thank you. I appreciate you. Nice meeting you and talking with you. All right. That's a wrap, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this conversation. If you like this type of content, go ahead and hit the like button. I have some interesting shows coming up next week. So if you're not on my YouTube or as a subscriber, please do so now. Please go and subscribe. I have a young lady who named Ayana. Ayana is next week. We're going to be talking about choosing to live her best life, because we've heard a lot about, as people get older, they realize that life is not easy. They realize life is like, you should be looking for your spouse earlier, and these type of concepts that are being discussed here on YouTube. But she's like, no, she wants to use her 20s and her youth to invest in herself and live her best life. And I want to kind of talk to her and pick her brain about that. Go back and watch the We Need to Talk. Do men like or want high value women? That was a brilliant show. Thank you again from Alan from We Need to Talk. Go back and watch Dear Future Wifey's show. Go back and watch some Sia. Did a fantastic show on my channel with Looking Good Kept Me Broke. I've had a role in today's show. Shout out to XO Nathaliee. Today's show, fire as always, because of you. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you. There's so much comments still rolling in. Thank you, Sunbreeze. Appreciate you being here. Thank you to my fantastic moderators, always holding me down. I know it's been a while. I know you're busy. So when you're here, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for holding down the chat and making sure everybody knows what's going on, where to find me, where to find my guests and everything. I really appreciate all of you. As she says, hit the like button before you go. It's been a pleasure, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye now.